Joining us now is Victor Zernov, and he is with the Semiconductor Research Corporation, and you're celebrating 40 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us about, the 40 years. How far has it come, and where are we now?
I'll start with what happened 40 years ago when SRC was formed. The situation in semiconductor industry was pretty grim. United States companies were losing their market share, and there were no reliable talent pipeline coming to the companies because very little US universities were doing research on silicon. So this was kind of crisis situation, and forming SRC was response to this crisis. And the goal of SRC was to recreate students' pipeline, to position sufficient critical mass of research at universities, to supply US companies both with ideas and with talents. And as a result, US regained its leadership position in semiconductors. A reliable pipeline for talents going to companies was established. And also the first 10 years plan was created. It later evolved and became National Technology Roadmap for Semiconductors, and eventually the International Technology Roadmap for Semiconductors, the famous ITRS, that became master plan for the entire industry. 40 years later, if we talk about what happens today in the context of the new plan, the Decadal Plan, we realize the need to address other fundamental limits which are linked to sustainability.
And that's part of the next vision for the plan, right? So what are the highlights of that?
This is the 2030 Decadal Plan for semiconductors that was published last year in 2021, and it describes 5 seismic shifts in the industry and society due to tremendous progress of semiconductors. We need to discover new ways of storing, processing, communicating information. And these are 5 seismic shifts of Decadal Plan are about.
A lot to consider, and this is what you'll be talking about in the TED Talk style that you're doing. And you also will have a student poster showcase. Tell us about that as well.
Yes, so the students, as I mentioned, are the future leaders of the industry, and they will be taking over, they will be in charge of addressing the 5 seismic shifts of the Decadal Plan. And after that, they will be in charge of addressing new challenges that will appear after 2030 and 2040. We realize that community as a whole contributes to future developments. So this year, SRC issued 2030 Broadening Participation Pledge, which addresses the need to increase the diversity in the workforce. We need more female and underrepresented minorities. And actually, we need everyone. We need to develop, to discover, to extract talents which are in each of us. And in general, SRC is now working on increasing broadening participation. For example, SRC's big student conference, TechCon, that is taking place in September, will have 50% of female and underrepresented.
That's great. Diversity is such a key to the success of the semiconductor industry. So thank you so much for sharing with us, Victor. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.